Hello, Colorado. Hope Scheppelman here, the Vice Chair for the Colorado GOP. I know many of you already know me, but I wanted to properly introduce myself to the new SEC members and thank them for stepping up and serving. We appreciate you. I live in Bayfield, Colorado, a rural community on the western slope where faith, family, and freedom fuel my every action. I understand firsthand the unique challenges and needs of the western slope and rural communities. From protecting our water rights and supporting agriculture to ensuring economic opportunity, and most of all, safeguarding our conservative values. My service journey began in the United States Navy from 2000 to 2004 as a hospital corpsman. I proudly served aboard the USS Harriet Truman CVN 75, stationed out of Norfolk, Virginia, as well as Naval Medical Center Portsmouth, where I learned the true meaning of resilience, duty, and sacrifice, values that continue to guide me today. With more than 35 years experience in the medical field, I am a critical care nurse practitioner with a master's degree that I earned in 2019. My advanced training in open heart surgery at the most renowned hospitals in the world, the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota, honed in my expertise and prepared me to excel in both the high-pressured ICU environments and rural hospitals. In critical moments where every second matters and decisions are a matter of life and death, I have led teams through life-saving trauma care. During the COVID-19 pandemic, where our communities were in desperate need to steadfast leadership and compassionate care, I rose up to the challenge, delivering unwavering support to our patients and our communities. But my commitment does extend far beyond healthcare. I have been working tirelessly advocating for Colorado's future, stepping up as a PCP, a secretary for La Plata County GOP, and now your vice chair for the Colorado Republican Party. I have been honored to spearhead both grassroots efforts, train precinct leaders, strengthen county parties, and relentlessly work to elect true conservatives who are committed to defending our values. In addition to your vice chair, I also volunteer as a bill analysis for Liberty Scorecard, where we meticulously review legislative bills in the state assembly and fight to hold our elected officials accountable. Yet simply just reviewing bills wasn't enough for me. Oh no. As a passionate conservative and proud Coloradan, I regularly testify at the state assembly, championing our core values, protecting our children, preserving parental rights, defending Tabor and our Second Amendment rights, and fighting against the rising cost of living that burdens hardworking families. Now, as your vice chairwoman, in the last 15 months, I have traveled 57 of the 64 counties, sitting with leadership all across the county, talking to them about what do they need from the state party. I have all of that written down here, and I want to be able to put this forward in my next tenure. What have we done and what have we accomplished at the state level? We ended up supporting 226 Republican candidates, providing critical resources. We helped candidates stay compliant with Tracer and the FEC regulations. I even helped create 5 websites for 5 different candidates who were not able to provide money to get these websites put up. We provided training on Numenar, which is our canvassing tool, as well as voting texting tool, which the actual state party provided. We also held weekly post-primary Zoom sessions to refine messaging, canvassing, and voter outreach strategies. The fun part was, for me, when I was traveling all over Colorado to those 57 counties, was actually hitting the county fairs, standing side by side with the candidate, seeing them interact with the actual voters. But the real fun thing was actually getting new voters registered. There was an 18-year-old in Moffat County that came up to me and said, I want to vote for President Trump. How do I get registered as a Republican? Bam, we registered him. He was so excited, ear to ear smiling. The one thing I want to say to you guys that I personally was able to make 113,491 phone calls on my personal cell, as well as text 26,287 text messages for all 226 candidates. That is, if you divide that out, that is 500 calls for those candidates. Lastly, your state leadership accomplished so much in the last 2 years. We overcame gross mismanagement of funds, so we ended up actually having our own Doge. And thankful to Secretary Ferguson and Tom Bjorklund, our treasurer, for exposing financial mismanagement, backroom deals, and decisions that were made without grassroots input. We stopped the bleed. We ended up actually holding Jenna Griswold and the crazy Republicans that would not allow President Trump on the ballot accountable. We ended up standing side by side President Trump's lawyers and fighting that good fight. Thank goodness to Chairman Dave Williams. We at the state party endorsed President Trump pre-primary. We were one of the second states to do so. We ended up actually gaining one of the greatest grassroots fundraising donation small donors in the history of the 15 years that have gone before us. And we ended up actually raising $2.4 million. Closing our primaries effort with Senator Kevin Lumberg. And lastly, we exposed the corruption of Jenna Griswold while she exposed the BIOS passwords online few months before the primary election. I wanted to give you guys a brief rundown on who I am, what I have done, and what I want to continue to do as your vice chairwoman. I want to focus on PCPs. We already have a plan. If you go to Colorado.com, you will be able to click on that tab and look at the plan and action, putting forward an action to garner more PCPs and volunteers. It's easy to get people involved if we continue engaging them right after the election. Again, I hope to garner your support as your next vice chairwoman, and thank you so much from the bottom of this generous heart.